For me, I've really tried to show up in this space as the most authentic person that I could be. And that's part of what makes this work different than a job, right? This is a calling for me. It's where I feel I am destined to be in terms of the movement for social change. Showing up as your authentic self is such a huge part of that process. It facilitates human connection. It facilitates the ability to relate to one another. And I think at the end of the day, when we pull back all of the layers, all the complicated layers that make us who we are, that human connection is really important when it comes to creating a movement for social change.
When I think about the spirit and essence of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King and what he stood for, a champion of peace, a warrior for justice, and to believe that I could get an honor in his name, doing this work that comes so naturally, for me is beyond anything I imagined. In one of my courses, Teaching for Social Justice, I tell my students that they are social justice warriors, that when we touch the lives of children, we change the world. And as we think about the role model that Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King was for us, and the work that we're doing here at MSU Denver, we're creating a society of social justice warriors who are educators who will go back and touch the lives of children.
My work has been inspired by Dr. Martin Luther King because he always wanted to do what was best for society, and he sacrificed so much of himself and his family to make sure that other people's needs were met. Winning this award just helps me know that I am doing the right thing. It's confirmation that I need to continue to do the right thing. And it honestly makes me want to work harder. That is what has been inspiring to me, is to do work for others and to not always worry about self, but to worry about the needs of others who are less fortunate, or people who are voiceless, people who don't know how to manage their frustrations with what's going on in society in a logical way.
One of the things I think our work in this Women of Color group that I think is really important is we talk a lot about sense of belonging for our students, but I believe that it's equally important to think about sense of belonging for our faculty and staff. And what are we doing to create equitable and inclusive environments for our faculty and staff? Because they are oftentimes the ones who are mentoring, coaching, supporting, and teaching our students.
For me, I guess it's really sometimes we need to step out of our comfort zone, just willing to break down some of the barriers, and we don't necessarily recognize the barrier. We need to first recognize and then break down the barrier for everybody.
And thinking about his work and the idea of just building community, I think that been the biggest thing for us.
It's wonderful, and it's truly a blessing, I think, to be part of this.